Welcome back to Future CAD/CAM Design. Today we will going to discuss about assembly of a robotic arm. We will discuss how to completely assemble the robotic arm in SolidWorks assembly. Actually, SolidWorks is an best software for modeling, 3D modeling, assembling n number of parts and mechatronic engineering. So now what you are seeing, it is the assembly layout. This is the assembly layout and these are the ribbons, contains too many tools regarding the assembly. You can see the first tool here. These are the various tools. These tools for inserting new components, and we can able to create new component inside the assembly itself. And mates, it is a very important thing in assembly. Mates means we are going to give constraints to our component. You can see this 3D image, 3D assembly part. Already I have given constraint. If we give constraint to our components, then we can able to move our components in any degree of freedom as per our wish. So it's very important thing to give the constraints. So I will briefly explain you in tutorial how to use this mate option, how to give the constraints. And here we have pattern options. Actually there is separately we have pattern option in part modeling, but even though we can able to create the pattern option inside the assembly also. And here we have smart fasteners. Smart fastener means we can able to give the nuts and bolts. We can able to arrange nuts and bolts. For example, here in my 3D model I have 4 holes. Here I need to give arrange bolts. So directly no need for modeling separately fasteners. Directly we can pick this command smart fasteners and we can able to install nuts and bolts here directly as per the standards. And here we have move component and rotate component. We can move our component by picking these options. So these are the various tools available in assembly modeling. Okay, we will see how to assemble completely this robotic arm in SolidWorks. So now I am going to open a new file. Here we have, if you click the new file, you will these 3 type of things are available: part modeling, assembly and drawing. So part modeling is entirely for creating the 3D diagrams, 3D images, sheet metal, surface like this. Assembly is only for assembling the different components together into a single component. And drawing, this is used for creating the drafting works. We can give dimensions, we can give drafting our component. Okay, now we are going into the assembly. Click assembly and then click OK. So assembly layout, it's now open. First thing, we need to insert our parts inside the file. So click browsing. So already I designed the all components related for my assembly. So select a part and then open. So while you are creating assembly, whatever the first part you inserted into the assembly column, it will be directly fixed to the certain position. For example, here you can see, if you right click your mouse, here you can see float option. If I click move component, the component will not move now. The reason is the first component will be automatically, it will be fixed to the certain position. Okay, this is our base component, already this is fixed. And insert second component. Click here insert component and then browse for your component. So next is part number 2. So you can click anywhere in the screen. So I am placing my component here. So after placing component, we are going to give constraints. Constraints means here you can see mate option. We are going to use this option. Here what I am going to do means we need to fix this position here. So click on mate option. We can use coincident here. In standard mates, click coincidence. After that, so I am clicking this edge of the component. And this edge. So once you click the both edges of both components, automatically it will be get constrained. So here in window you can see that we have selected two edges of two different components and then we have given coincident. So automatically the component is get constrained and then okay. So we can check whether our component is constrained, I mean it is assembled, it is constrained correctly or not based upon the degree of freedom. So here we have move option, rotate component option. You can click this one. So you know, first component we have fixed to the area, second component only we have given the coincident. So here you can see the second component now only moving in direction. So it will not move up and down, only we have given rotational degree of freedom. Okay. So again insert next component. So place your next component here. So again I am going to use mate option. Here you can see what are the different type of constraints available: coincident, parallel, perpendicular, tangent, concentric, and then lock. These are the different type of constraints. We will see one by one in assembly. So for this option also, for this model also I am going to use coincident option. So click on coincident and mate selection. We need to select the two edges which need to be coincident. So here I am going to select this inner edge of part number 3. So here outer edge. So you can see now this one get constrained. So using move command we can move our component. Again inserting one more component, part number 4. Same thing, again click on the screen. After taking the component, just click on the screen. After that we need to insert the mate option. So here we are going to fix this part, we are going to fix this part in this area. So same thing, again we are going to use coincident tool. So we can fix, we can click inner edge of this part and outer edge of this part. So this one also get constrained. So then we are going to take one more part, insert, browse. We are going to take part number 5. Same thing, this one also coincident. So select the inner edge and outer edge. You can see here my component is now fixed opposite side. You can click this flip mate alignment. If we flip this means our component will flip and it will be aligned. So again insert component, browse, part number 6. Finally we are going to give our final component, insert component, browse the gripper of the robotic arm. This is the gripper. You can rotate this component. Here in insert component, mate option. Just we are going to give in this surface we are going to coincident these two surfaces. Again this top surface of the gripper to this top surface. You can see now this is aligned in both direction. We will move this component. So we need two grippers here. Already one gripper we have fixed here. We have given mate options and we need to give one more gripper. So for that what we can do means we can directly use this pattern option. We can use mirror components. No need for again bringing one more gripper option and giving constraints. Directly we can use mirror components. Just click on mirror components. So we need to click the mirror plane. So here in part number 6 we will click this right plane. So this is going to be our center plane for our mirror option, and then component to be mirror. So this is gripper is the component I need to mirror. So click on gripper and then OK. So now you can see, so one more gripper is automatically mirrored. So now we can move this one. If you move one gripper means it will automatically move the another one gripper because we have done mirror option. Okay, so finally now we are going to give the distance between these two mirror because it is moving automatically without any dimensions. So we need to give the distance constraint. So in select mate option, here you can see this distance option. Click on distance. I am going to click two edges of the grippers. So here one grip and one more edge in another gripper. So you can see now after giving the distance constraint, so now my distance is given as 1. So when I increase the distance between the gripper will be increased. So I will keep 61. Okay, 61. So here we need to give two type of dimensions. You can see here advanced mates . So here we need to give our maximum distance. The maximum distance now given is 61, and we need to give the minimum distance in what the gripper should be hold. Okay, we will give here 10. Minimum distance will be 10 and maximum distance will be, we will give 60. So here we can give, you can see three type of dimensions I have given: minimum dimension and maximum dimension. So we need to give minimum dimension in two areas, here 10 and 10 minimum dimension, and this is the maximum dimension of two grippers. You can see this is the minimum distance now 10, and maximum distance it will be 60, and then click OK. So if you move your grippers, you can see the difference. Only up to 60 mm the grippers will be moved, maximum 60 mm and minimum 10 mm. So this is the use of distance constraint. So finally we have, using constraints, we have completely assembled our robotic arm. So this is the final assembly part of our robotic arm with completely constrained. Thank you everybody. Thank you for watching the video. For more videos, kindly